In this video, we are talking about Raid Shadow Legends. We're gonna talk about the best characters that I've been working on at the rare and epic level. Some good, some mistakes. And if you're ready for that, guys, you know what to do. Let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
What is up, Valley Maniacs? ValleyFlyin here. I am back with another great Raid Shadow Legends video. Yes, we are doing another video on Raid, and I've been putting a lot of hours into this game, so I do want to thank the folks over at Raid for sponsoring this video. Now, if you are a new player to Raid, you are in luck because, boom, you are going to get the hookup. If you use the link down below in the description, you're going to get this stuff in your account. 100,000 free silver and the epic champion, Lifeswarm. This is a very good champion, and all your rewards, guys, they're going to be waiting for your inbox right here. Let's go take a look at Lifeswarm and his skills. He is a member of the Sacred Order, and he is right here. I don't have this character unlocked, and the good thing about him, he is a void champion, which means that he's not weak against any one affinity. So very, very good stuff right here. His first skill, he's going to attack one enemy 3 times, and when he does that, he's going to decrease the target's turn meter by 10%. So very, very strong, guys. Next skill, Brutality, level 1, Brutality! Attacking one enemy, placing a 50% decrease attack debuff and a 30% decrease speed debuff for 2 turns. So decreasing attack, decreasing speed. This is a turn-based game, so reducing the enemy's speed is very, very strong. But I like this move right here. This is gonna boost your whole team right here. Indomitable, level 1, placing a 60% increased defense buff and a revived death buff on all allies for 2 turns. So this is a very, very strong skill, guys. 2 turns of increased defense and reviving on death. So yeah, very, very good stuff. I like this champion. I wish I had him in my roster, but guys, let's go check out my roster right now, and we will talk about them. Some of the characters that I did good, and some that I'm a little embarrassed that I have built up them, but they did help me in the early game. I still think I've been playing this game for months now, and I still think I'm a early game player. My first guy I want to talk about right here is Kale. He is the champion that I think I've put the most work into. As you can see, increased him to 6 stars. Don't have him at level 60 yet, but getting there, level 51, and I've ascended him all the way to 6 stars. So very, very good, and he's a very good champion. He's one of the champions that you can start off with in the game. And I would recommend picking Kale. I would recommend him. Yes, I picked, who did I pick? I picked Gaelic back in the day, and he's a good champion, but Kale, I think he's a lot better. And as you can see right here, I put 2 sets of armor on him. Lifesteal, which is my favorite set in the game. Healing for 30% of the damage dealt. Cruel. It's like a better version of the attack set. You're getting attack, and you're ignoring 5% of the enemy defense. So these are the sets that I went with right here. Probably not the best gear right here, but I like these sets. And I think he's a very strong attack character, and he's really going to help you grind through those campaign missions to help you grind and build up your other champions. He has some very strong skills. Dark Bolt is his opening move right here. He's going to attack one enemy. He has an 80% chance of placing a 2.5 poison debuff for 2 turns. So this is a poison-based character, and that poison-based damage is based on his attack stats. So the higher you build his attack, the more damage he's going to do with his poison. This is his big move right here. Acid Rain. He's going to attack all enemies. So big, strong AoE. He has an extra 50% chance of inflicting a critical hit. So good stuff right there. And you're going to fill the turn meter of this champion by 25% for each champion killed. As you level up his skills, he is going to get more and more damage. And yeah, all the damage is based on attack. More poison, though, from his next skill. Disintegrate, attacking 4 times at random. So yeah, almost like an AoE attack. He's attacking 4 times. Could attack one target, could attack multiple targets, but 4 attacks. And he has a 40% chance of placing a 5% poison debuff for 2 turns. Again, that poison damage is based on his attack. So very, very poison heavy character. Build up his attacks is what I would recommend. His attack stats and his aura. I haven't really used this aura a lot. I really use Dark Aethel's aura a lot more. But if you use it, you're going to increase HP in all battles by 15%. And as far as masteries, I went down this attack and this defense sides right here for his masteries. Next character I want to talk about is Dark Aethel. Now, this is a good character, and she has helped me out a lot, especially in the early game. She's one thing I really like about her. She has 2 AoE attacks that we are going to get to. And as you can see, the masteries right there, I also went down the attack and the support categories right there. So that is what I would recommend for Dark Aethel. Now, her sets right here, I did the Lifesteal set because, again, that is my favorite set in the game. And speed kills, guys, especially in a turn-based game. This is going to help you. And I do have one accessory right here because it had some Undead Horde accessory. Didn't have anything for Kale right there, but did have one for her, and this increases her attack. So just a better attack for her. Now, her skills, the reason I like her, she has 2 AoE attacks, and coupled with that Lifesteal set, doing an AoE attack, that is a lot of health that you are stealing. Her opening move is not an AoE attack though, Profane Glaive, attacking one enemy 2 times, 40% chance of placing a 60% decreased debuff for 2 turns. So this is very, very good with her basic. Now this is her AoE attack that I was talking about, her first of 2. Blades of Blood level 2, attacking all enemies, 50% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. Her attack is based, her damage is based on her attack, but decreasing speed. Anytime you decrease speed in a turn-based game, that is very, very deadly. Her second AoE, Harvest of Despair, right now is at level 5. You're going to attack all enemies, placing a 30% increased speed buff on this champion for 3 turns if this attack kills 4 or more enemies. So good stuff right there, speed-based. You're getting more speed. It's always a good thing. Heals this champion for 50% of their max HP if this attack kills 6 or more enemies. So getting some more healing in addition to that lifesteal, and granting an extra turn if this attack kills 10 or more enemies. So yeah, you can get extra attacks. And yes, I keep referring to a turn-based game because this is a turn-based game, and getting extra attacks, extra speed, so important. And I really like this aura skill right here, increasing all ally attack in all battles by 20%. I think that is a very, very strong aura. I do want to move on to Shaman right here. This was one of my first epic support characters that I got, and I started building her up, and she did help me. She helped me a little bit at the early stages of the game. She does have a revive, so she's bringing some characters back to life, but just not super impressive. I did put speed sets on her and was very happy by that because speed kills in this game. As far as masteries, went down the attack and support categories right here. So that is what I would recommend for her, but I don't know if I would put too many resources right there. I wish I could take back these what are they called, the ascendants for her, but yeah, I don't know if I would really recommend building her up. This character right here, Vala. Oh, let's go back on there. Vala is another character that I got early on that wasn't epic, so I started building her, but not very good. And Eviscerator was one of my first Void affinity champions, so I started building her, and a little disappointed with Eviscerator as well. Not one of the best champions, but this character, this is a character that I made a mistake on. I sacrificed this champion early on to get Dark Aethel up to that 5-star level, but oh yeah, she's a good character. Don't use her for food. Don't sacrifice this champion. Luckily, you can get her as a free-to-play player, getting the 30-day reward. So that's how I got her back. And I started building her up, put 3 speed sets on her, so it's getting a little extra speed. I like this epic champion. And I gotta say, I think I like the rare champions overall a little better because you could get them built up a little faster, but obviously these epic champions are going to be better. So speed is what I went for her, and really good in helping me grind through that campaign nodes. Really good for arena offense, arena defense, and yeah, I like this champion right here. She is a support-based character, so don't expect a ton of damage from her, but she has some really good skills here. Imperial Grace, level 1, attacking one enemy, has a 25% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns, and this attack is based, or her damage is based on her attack as well. So again, decreased speed, good stuff. Really manipulating that turn meter of the enemy teams. Rallying the Horde, filling the turn meters of all allies by 15%. placing a 15% increased speed buff on all allies for 2 turns. As you ascend this character, you're gonna get it to 30% increased speed buff, so good stuff with that. And you'll get this cooldown reduced to 3 turns, which is very, very solid. So this is definitely a skill that I want to level up. Unfortunately, I just started building her up again, so not very high. I do need to get some more stars and start to ascend her a little bit. Shamanic Lightning, this is an AoE attack. I love AoE attacks in this game. Having a 50% chance of decreasing turn meter by 15%. It is a high cooldown, so you're not going to be doing this one very often. But again, manipulating a speed bar of the enemies, and her aura skill, not one that I use a lot, but this is a very good skill right here. Increases ally speed in all battles 19%. 2 more champions that I want to talk about right here. First one is Spirit Host, another champion that I just started working on. Masteries that I'm going to start to work on for Spirit Host are going to be the offense and support categories as well. The artifacts that I place on this character, 3 speed sets again. Speed, and lifesteal. I think those are my 2 favorite sets right now. And as far as her skills, very good skills right now. Reap, and she's an attacking enemy, healing by 50% of the damage inflicted. So this helps to keep her alive a little more often, giving her a little more of that survivability, so she could put these buffs on your team and these debuffs on the enemies. Placing a 50% increased attack buffs on all allies for 2 turns. So this is a 4-turn cooldown, reducing the cooldown by 1 once you start to level up this skill. Very, very strong move, and that's why I like Spirit Host. Dark Gift is another strong turn. This one has a very long cooldown, 5-turn cooldown, but you're going to remove all debuffs on all allies, and you're going to place a block debuffs buff on all allies for 1 turn. So this is very good if you're going against an enemy that places a lot of debuffs on you. You're going to reduce that cooldown. So this is definitely a skill that I want to build up as well. And the good thing, she is a rare champion, so those experience tomes, those support, those skill tomes, easier to come by because she is that rare champion. And aura skill, just increasing speed again by 10% in all battles. So if you don't have a champion like High Katoon right here that increases by 19%, you can use this skill, but yeah, High Katoon is a little better. So this is not a aura skill that I would use a lot. Last champion I want to talk about is Elhane. Now, this is another champion like Kale that you can get as your opening champion. I think I would still recommend Kale, but if you could pull Elhane, I think it's an easier champion to pull. I would recommend her as well. Now, as far as what skill trees you should use, this champion right here, I went with offense and defense for her. She is an attack character, but yes, offense and defense is what I went with for her. And I went with offense, and speed for her sets right here. Now, I know some people do like that offense and the lifesteal set. The lifesteal mixed with that speed is a good mix for her, but I went with offense to give her some more damage, and she does some really good damage, guys. Let's go take a look at her skills right here. Keen shot, you're attacking 1 enemy, and you're getting an extra hit if this is a critical attack. So critical rate is something that I would recommend building up on her, but she increases her critical rate on her own with her skills like Lightning Arrow. You're attacking 1 enemy, then all enemies, so this is an AoE attack. If you ascend her skills, this gets even better right here. You have a 30% chance of or a 30% crit rate buff on this champion for 3 turns if you kill a target with this skill, and an extra 15% chance of increasing a critical hit. So yeah, you can do some real damage once you ascend her, and once you start to level up this skill. Brings the cooldowns down by 1 if you go all the way to level 6. Valley of Death, attacking all enemies 2 times. So a double AoE attack from this skill. So very, very good. I love those AoE attacks, especially for my big champions. And you're just increasing this damage as you start to level up this skill. Aura skill increases all ally HP in all battles by 15%. It is an okay skill, kind of like Kale. I don't use this one too much, but those are my champions. All right, guys, before I go, I do want to show you my favorite thing to buy with my gems in the store. We go to the shop here, and we go down to gem shop. You have this 3-day experience boost, 280 gems. I think that is worth it, especially if you're grinding a lot and trying to get some level of your characters. I'm going to purchase one right here. Boom, and you could claim that right here when you get that. So boom. And my favorite place to grind is right here in the campaign missions. And I like to grind in a place that I could actually use the gear. And my 2 favorite pieces of gear, obviously, is the speed sets and the lifesteal sets. And because this is a little further along, you're getting a little more experience from Valdemar Strait. So I am gonna go here, and this is my favorite place to grind right now. You get 2 to 4 star lifesteal gear, and I need a lot of 4-star lifesteal gear. Would like to get some higher, but that's all you can get from this stage. Obviously, once I move up to the brutal and nightmare level, I could get some more stars on these. But since I'm not really farming any specific pieces of gear, I'm just trying to get some high star lifesteal gear, I just go to this boss stage, and it's kind of random what you could get here. And this is who I'm grinding right now. Probably not the best to use Dark Aethel and Kale, but Kale still needs a few more levels, so he is getting some experience that is valuable. We got Elhane right here, and she needs a few more levels so I could stop grinding her, at least until I could get some more stars on her. And this is just a sacrifice champion that I'm getting up to 3 stars and 4 stars so I could sacrifice and start to build up some of these champions. So as you see, the grinding right here, pretty easy. And the good thing about this is the AI is pretty good, uses some pretty good moves right here, so that you can grind and get that experience. And you get a certain amount of auto plays that you can use every day, guys, and I'm using this either on this or in the dungeons on the Minotaur level, but you get a little more experience right here from these campaign missions. So this is my favorite place to grind right now. Dark Aethel doing some work. She has that lifesteal gear on her, so it's very, very hard to kill her. And Kale, Mr. Strong right here. This is going to be my main grinding champion. So eventually we'll probably put some lifesteal gear on him as well, which will be sacrificing his speed and his offense a little bit, but just so that he can survive and start to level up champions. I think it is worth that trade-off. Almost done with this boss right here. These two guys, very strong. They can handle it. And couple more hits. One more maybe. Is it there? There. No, there it is. Yes. So as you can see, about 4,600 extra experience. And then with that little boost there, you're getting 100% experience boost right there. So you're getting double with that thing that I just bought in the store, that experience up level for 3 days. So that is what I am doing right now, guys. And I do want to remind you guys, boom, that if you are a new player, you can get this stuff right here. Lifeswarm. 100,000 silver. Very, very good stuff here, guys. And once again, all that stuff is going to be waiting for you right here if you use that link down below to download Raid Shadow Legends. So once again, I want to thank the folks over at Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. And I want to thank you guys for watching this. Hopefully this helps you. I know this is more of a newer player geared, aimed at type of video. So if you're a newer player, I hope this helps you. And yes, use that link if you have not played Raid before, because you're going to get the hookup. You're going to get a better champion than I have in my roster right now. So yes, if you like this video, subscribe. We got more awesome videos, at least 4 videos per week on this channel. I have some videos on my second channel as well. Subscribe, like, smash that likes button if that is what you're into, and make sure you join the notification squad by ringing that bell, guys. And I will see you guys next time. Check out some of the links down below that support the channel, especially that raid link, and there's some other things that support this channel right here. Check me out on social media as well, guys, and give me a Hulk fist bump before you go. ValleyFlyin out.